In our office, we don't get fed when we have a meeting like this. So, thank Karen and Reggie and Oliver and Ellie for setting it up for you guys. Because we don't make money trying to get people in these meetings. That's not our purpose here. When we charge people to come in, it's just for the sake of covering the expense of the hotel room, and the AV and whatnot. Everything else is just for food and for you guys, so that you don't have to be having a low blood sugar and falling and passing out on us, right? So the next couple of hours, we're going to try to focus on helping you guys learn how to do this business. Okay? I was speaking to, I forget her name. Rose. How can I forget Rose? Okay. I was speaking to Rose, and she says, there's challenges in this business because a lot of people are negative. It's very true. A lot of people are cynical nowadays because they've been burned by a lot of so-called business opportunities that don't really deliver on their promises, right? Our business is very different. We don't promise you success, but we do promise you our support. That's the reason why we come here. That's the reason why we train you, is because the only way for us to grow is together. And you have to be able to disturb people in order for them to get, for them to pay attention to you. That's the only way. And that's the reason why it's not all doom and gloom here, okay? We just want you to be awake. The Social Security system is broken, the pension system is broken, and Americans are not saving enough because they don't make enough. People who have extra money will have no problem saving, but people who have a hard time putting food on the table or gas in the car, they have a hard time saving. So you want to be able to identify these things so that people will pay attention to you and sit down with you and say, hey, what have you got to offer me? Right? That's what we're here for. We're here for you guys so that after we leave here, you know exactly what you need to do until the next time where you get more information from us. But you need to take part. You need to decide, this is your business, this is not our business. So, I don't know if this is working, but I'm going to set this down because... Hello? Okay. No, maybe not. I feel like I'm going to sing. Okay, so the reason why we come here is because we want to build your mindset. Mindset determines whether you will pursue this business for the next 6 months, 6 years, or 6 days. If your mindset is not squared with what WFG does, you're going to forget about this opportunity because life will happen to you. What does that mean? It means that bills need to be paid, so you need to work right away. This business is not an overnight thing. It took us 7.5, 8 years to get to where we are. However, in order for you to be able to build this business, you need to be able to be equipped with the right tools. So hopefully today, after this is all said and done, some of you will say, okay, if that's all I need to do, I can do this business as well. You guys agree that we all need to save money? Yes. Right? We all need to save money. Well, I'm just going to talk over this, and if you have notes, take notes, okay? If you need to save money, what are the priorities of why we need to save money? Think about the priorities. You need to set money aside in case you die, right? You need insurance. Do we insure our cars?
Yes.
Because it's the law, right? Do we insure our homes? Yes. What about our life? What's more important, the car, the home, or you? You, right? So we need to set aside money in case we die. That's number one priority. In case you die, your family needs to get something. Number two, what if you get too old and you can't work anymore? So that's another reason why you need to save money for retirement. Number two. Number three, what if you get sick in between and can't work and can't bring home that $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month that you're used to? That's a third priority. And number four, for those of you that have children, college. College for the children. Those are the main priorities of why you need to save. Now, think about this, and you can write this retirement timeline. Think about how old you are right now. Picture that. How old are you? Let's say you're 40 years old. And you decide, I'm going to be working, without WFG, I'm going to be working at my job from 40 to 65. That's 25 years. Okay? And we have a little child here who's missing. Okay, that's all right.
Oh yeah, she's hit.
Now, if you're 25 years from retirement, or 65, why do people retire at 65, by the way? Because of Social Security. It used to be that at 65 years old, you get full Social Security benefits, right? Well, guess what? Social Security just said in 19 years it's going to be out of money. And that's for this year. What will happen? What will they say next year? 2027? So, really, 65 is an arbitrary number now. You don't have to work until you're 65. You might have to work until you're 85. But if 65 is still your goal, the reason 65 years old is a goal for many people is because they don't have to pay health insurance anymore and they can avail of Medicare. That's number one. Now, if you're 25 years from retirement, how many months is that? How many months? 25 years. 300 months. 300 months from now, if you're 40 years old, you're going to be 65. And if you're 45, guess what? It's 240 months. And the older you are, the lesser it becomes. That's why it's very key. If you're young, think about it. If you have 40 years from retirement, that's 480 months. Now, if you save $100 a month, if you have 300 months, what do you have in 25 years? You have $30,000. Can you retire on $30,000? Is that why you left wherever it is you came from? Or, is this your idea of the American dream, is work for 40 years so that when you hit 65, you have $30,000 to $40,000? And what did Carl say earlier? If you're retired from 65 to 85, okay, that's 20 years. That's 240 months. And if you need $5,000 a month to retire at 65, that's $1.2 million. A baby that's born today is $250,000 to raise up to the age of 18. Don't let the crying baby distract you. It's okay. I started doing this business with a baby crying too, so if I can do it, you can do it. But 240 months at $5,000 a month is $1.2 million. How are you going to save that? We have a saying that I heard, 20 years ago, you cannot save yourself rich. You cannot be rich just by saving, because you don't make enough. Even if you save $1,000 a month, if in 300 months you'll have $300,000. You need 1.2 million. That's what the lady said earlier in the video. Mind the gap. That's a big gap. 300,000 to 1.2 million, that's about 75% deficit. And you're okay right now because you can work. I tell people this all the time. It's okay for you to take 2 jobs right now. It's okay for you to take a business right now because you're young enough and you're healthy enough that you can actually do it. But try setting something up, a plan B, when you're 65 and your knees are shot, your back is hurting, your brain isn't as sharp as it used to be. You're taking all these meds, right? We have a pill for everything now. Is there a pill for retirement? Because if you know of a pill for retirement, would you please let me know about it? There is no magic pill for retirement. The closest you'll ever get is World Financial Group. The closest you'll ever get to having a pill for retirement is this business opportunity. Now, if you need to save money, and we agree we all need to save money for college, retirement, disability, in case we die, ask yourself 4 questions. And I need you guys to participate. I know this is really hard after lunch because all your blood goes to your stomach and you're not thinking right now and you're about half asleep. Okay? Ask yourself these 4 questions. If you need to save money, let's say $200 a month, $300 a month, how do you want it taxed? Do you want it taxed every year? Taxed at retirement? Or tax-free?
Tax-free.
Are we unanimous on that? Tax-free?
Yes.
What about the people that you know? Do you think they'll say the same thing?
Yes.
Tax-free, right? Okay. Second question. If you want to grow your money that you're going to save, how do you want it to grow? At the rates that the bank give you, 0.01 or 1%?
1%.
Grow it at the rate the bond market gives you, 2 to 3%? Or grow it at investment rates of 8% and up? How do you want to grow your money? 8% and up, right? Because you want it to grow so that you have something at retirement. Third question. If you save that $300, $400, $500 a month, $50 a month, how risky do you want your investment to be? High risk, moderate risk, or no risk?
No risk.
Is that common sense? Do you think a lot of the people that you know will answer the same way you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've never met anybody who says, I am so excited about losing money. I just lost $50,000. Woo! Now ask yourself the last question. The money that you buy, the money that you set aside, will it buy you more money in case you die or you get sick? And you have three choices. No, I don't want it to buy anymore. Yes, I want it to buy something temporarily while I have a job. Or yes, I want it to protect my family in case I die or get sick permanently. How do you want your money to take care of you? Temporarily, permanently, or not take care of you?
Permanently.
Permanently, right? So ask yourself this. I want my money tax-free. I want my money to grow like an investment. I want it to be safe and risk-free. And I want it to protect my family in case I die or get sick. You guys want a lot. How do you get that? That's what we provide as a company. That solution. A tax-free plan that grows like an investment, that has no risk and takes care of your family. Tax exempt, investment rates, no risk, permanent lifetime protection. If you can learn this, you have a business. If you can share it with 3 people, 5 people, 10 people, you can dominate it with people. Dominate if you share it with 30 people every day. It's clear, simple, fast, doable. Where have I seen that before? Oh, look at the banners. Clear, simple, clear, fast, and doable. You know, if you memorize those 4 questions, you can make $100,000. If you can memorize those 4 questions, you can make $100,000 or more. And if you can teach other people to ask those same questions, sky's the limit in how much you can make. Now, anybody here, you've heard of 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, and all that stuff, right? Are those plans free?
No.
Do they cost money? It costs money. The Army has a same kind of qualified plan. Teachers, firefighters, they have the same kind of plan. You know, private employees, nonprofit employees, they have the same kind of plan. They have fees. What do you get for those fees? You get anything out of it? So let's say you have a friend and you say, friend, I want to sit down with you. I heard you had a 401k plan. And your friend says, yeah, I'm happy with it. And you say, how much is it costing you? I have no idea. Is it free? I don't think so. So you're paying fees. What are you getting for those fees? Nothing. If you have $50,000 in your 401k and you die, will it get you more?
No.
If you got disabled, will it get you more?
No.
So what are those fees for? Think about that. We've been duped. And because our employers promote it, we don't question. Right? Now, if you have this plan called an IUL, does it come with fees? Yes, it does. Insurance has costs. That's why you pay your premiums for your car. Now ask yourself this. Do you get something for those fees? In case you put 3 months worth of IUL money and then, lightning hit you and you die. You get something for those fees? Absolutely. You get a death benefit, and it's a tax-free benefit. Now, what if you put money in there for 30 years or 20 years and then you die or you got disabled? You get anything? You may $500,000 or $1 million depending on how much protection you feel you are worth. That's what those fees are for. So yes, it's okay when people say, oh, you know what? Your plan has fees. I'm like, yeah, your plan has fees too. At least I get something for mine. You're just willing to pay for fees and you get nothing. And you're happy about it. See, you see these 12 boxes right here? That summarizes the finance industry. The finance industry is not that complicated. Look at this. Is a 401k tax later?
Yes.
It grows at investment rates too, right?
Yes.
Mutual funds. But it's high risk. And it offers your family no protection. That's what a 401k is. That's what a 403b is. That's what an IRA is. Now, let's talk about that savings account that you have at Chase or Bank of America. Every year you have to pay taxes on it. It grows at those rates. It has no risk because FDIC covers it, but it has no protection. So you want to explain to people how the finance industry works? Be very simple about it. All the products out there in the market described by those 12 boxes right there. You can be very, very complicated or very, very simple. If you're very, very simple, you can be duplicatable. How about term insurance? Have you ever heard the mantra, buy term, invest the difference? Right? A lot of companies will say, oh, you know what? IUL is too expensive. That's why you should buy term insurance. Yeah, it's temporary coverage. 1 to 30. You can get it for a year. You can get it for 30 years. I have one guarantee for you guys. One guarantee. We are all going to die. Don't be scared. We're all going to die. We just don't know when. So it's hard to put an expiration date on your life. It's very hard to get a temporary plan when you don't know when you're going to pass away. And if you do invest the difference, where would you invest it? Are you going to invest it in a taxable plan that has investment rates that has no risk? Because that's what they recommend. So you need to be aware of your options. Which plan characteristics make sense to you when it comes to planning your family's future? To me, the choice is very simple. I don't like to pay taxes unless I absolutely have to. I want to grow my money, I don't want to lose money, and I love my kids enough that I want to protect them in case I die or get sick. Ask your friend, your prospect, or client, do you feel the same way? Because if you feel the same way, we can do business. Might be able to take you 3 minutes, 5 minutes to ask these 4 questions during lunch break at your job. And when you bother them enough, they'll say, you know what, let's set a time to talk. And when you decide to talk to them, that's when you can really get into the details of, let's set a plan up for you. But remember this, even though you save $1,000 a month, there's still not enough money in your plan to take care of you when you get old. That's the reason why you need to join me in my crusade. That's why you need to join me in my business. And it's okay because you know what? You can do this business over the phone. You can do it through Skype. You can do it through Viber. You know what? If you don't do this business, somebody else will. If you don't talk to your friends, somebody else will. So even if you feel like you can't do it now, do it anyway. You do it enough times, you'll figure it out. Is that pretty clear?
Yes.
You guys can ask those 4 questions to somebody that, at work. Just say, hey, you have a 401k plan. What are you getting for that? How much is it costing you? You can ask that question. It's okay. Wake them up. And they say, well, what's the alternative? You know what? I'm glad you asked. How about I come to your house tonight at 7? Just go have dinner first, and then we'll talk. It's easy. But you have to actually open your mouth. You open your mouth enough times, you make money. You keep your mouth shut,
No money.
no money. And the other thing is this, Don't worry about what other people think about you, because what other people think about you is none of your business. Think about that. What other people think about you is none of your business. The only thing that you need to worry about is how you are going to reach your goal. And I told Man over there, I said, you know what? The only reason I can stay in this business is because my vision is clear and my goals are clear. And when my vision and my goal is clear, I don't pay any attention to obstacles or negativity or any other thing. You need to be able to focus on your goals. I just need to tie this up in a pretty little bow, okay? When you go out there, first and foremost, you have to be licensed to do this business. That's one thing that you can control, and that you can control that pretty easily. You're in control of a licensing. What you can't control is how others react to your information. And like I said, it's none of your business how they react. I tell my clients, I said, I know you're not interested, but is it okay if I tell you first what you're not interested in? It's okay for you to say no to me as long as you know what you're saying no to. Because it's dumb to say, I'm not interested. In what? I haven't shown you anything yet. That's dumb. So people say, you know what? I want to show it to you, and if you're still not interested, God bless you. If you think your family is not worth protecting, then you know what? That's your problem. I just want to let you know that we have a solution for the issues out there. And I just want to wake you up. So, last thing before I call on a couple of leaders from out of town here. You need to figure out what in your life is worth fighting for. You need to figure out in your life what it is you wake up in the morning for every morning. You go to work, you put in your 8-9 hours. Why are you doing that? Is it really just for a paycheck? Or is it because that paycheck takes care of your family and hopefully it buys you a future? Why do you go out? Because if you're clear about what you want, why wait 30 years to get it? I'll say that again. If you know what you want, why wait 30, 35 years before you get it when you can get it now?
No.
Get it in the next couple of years. Fight for it. We have the vehicle to provide you that same opportunity so you can fight for your dream. Fight for your future. Fight for your goal. Fight for your family. You do not have to wait 30, 35 years for an empty promise of a golden retirement year. Because guess what? The Social Security promise, most likely not going to happen. This year, I had the chance to live out one of my retirement dreams, Troy. I wanted to travel the country. I've been to 45 states, just to let you know. I don't know if that impresses anybody. To me, that's my goal is to see all 50. By the time I was 65, I'm 43 years old. I took 25 days, drove my family around all over California, all over the western states. And then we went back to Chicago for vacation Bible school for a week. And then we drove another 22 days in the East Coast and saw New England and all that. I was in control of my time. And time is the only asset that you guys have a limited amount of. Once you spend it, it's gone. You know what I realized? I'm glad I was able to do that before I'm 65, because walking up and down Yellowstone and Mount Rushmore, it's not easy to do when you're in your 60s or 70s. My kids got to see the national parks. My kids got to travel, see the beaches of California. And we go to California, but we were able to spend quality time together. I didn't have to worry about Monday. In fact, I forgot what day it is on a day-to-day basis. Don't have to worry about weekends, Mondays, Fridays. Don't have to worry about that. Oh, and by the way, while we were doing all this, I was able to write up about 5 clients and did about $40,000 in business, which generated about $25,000 in commissions. How would you like to do that on vacation? make more than at your job. And I didn't really spend that much time with them. I just asked them the 4 simple questions. And then after I recruited them, I showed them the red flip chart and sign up, and next thing you know, they're licensing too. It's your choice, guys. I'm going to bring up a couple of people here who've made that choice also. Okay? Ed, come on up, you know.
Right.
This guy, I love this guy. He's not on my team. I wish he was. But, you know, it is what it is. Tita Chick, come on up here. You know, I just want, you know, you drove all the way from Kentucky. You know, Tita Chick is a physician in the Philippines. They have a clinic in Kentucky, and, you know, where's Ellie? I told her I was going to make her talk. Oh, she's hiding. Oh, there you are.
She's here.
Put that baby down. You're going to talk here a little bit. Okay, Kuya Ed, why don't you share a little bit about what you saw in this business, why you decided to do it, and, you know, take it away, my friend.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Ed Gonza. I'm from the state of New Jersey. I remember 3.5 years ago, Carl and Joseph, New Jersey, they have like this kind of event. And I was really pretty new on that. And I was like watching them, you know. And since then, I followed their footsteps. And now I am in North Carolina. I'm still following them. Of course, with Mia. They are now CEO. They are now green jacket. Before they were wearing like this. But I am dreaming also to become a green jacket.
Yes.
In fact, I already bought my green tie. I'm getting there. Anyway, when more than 10 years ago, I came in here in America, of course, like everybody else, immigrant like me, to dream the impossible dream, to dream the American dream. When I got my visa, I jumped up and down. I thought I win the lotto. Because since I was young, we watch movie about America. We really, you know, that's the mentality of Filipinos. We always dream of American life, right? But then, when I come in here, I realize after more than 10 years, it's not American dream. A PT, not a physical therapy, a patient tech. I'm also a masteral, but I master whooping of pupu. I work in 2 hospitals, 12-hour shift, 6 days a week, 72 hours. And then after 10 years, I realized, is this really my American dream? You sleep only 4 hours. And I'm looking on my children, I have a young wife, by the way. Apple is the name. If I'm mad, I call her Orange. Anyway, my children is growing. And you know, the education here in America is pretty expensive, right? You know, we Filipinos and most of all parents, not only Filipinos, we want to have a legacy to our children to give a good education, right? On my job, I'm only earning like, let's say, including overtime, 4,000 a month, but that is 2 jobs. It's like I never have an off day. And then my children is growing. I haven't, you know, they are very young. I want to enjoy my time with them. But with this, my situation then, I think I can manage it. Then I ask myself, if 5 years more, I'm not a Superman. You know, I'm getting older. I said, I need to, you know, and, you know, the American dream is always on my mind. So when this company, when I was recruited from these guys from this Chicago, although they know, we belong to the same hierarchy actually. I said, how can I achieve my American dream? I need to own my future. I need to control my future. I cannot control if I'm gonna be if my manager will control my life. Going everyday work, 12 hours, punching in and punching out, that's our routine. It's like paycheck to paycheck. How can I own my future? How can I reach my American dream? I'm getting old. So when this company was introduced to me, it's like I'm so easy to be recruited because we are having beer and barbecue. I said, okay, let's drink. This is my 100, I will join, right? But as days, months, I always see these people in the leadership bulletin earning so much money. Last year, I decided to go and reach my American dream. I became promoted last December 1.